Here's a chart. Here, look here on FinViz. You look at the peg. That's the main, thing that Peter Lynch says to talk about. It's 0.48, so it's still a undervalued stock. And you look at the growth rates here. For this year, it's 73%. That's fantastic. For the next year, in the next 5 years, it's right around 35 to 39%, and it's a forward multiple is close to 19. So that's right around a 0.48 peg, 0.5 peg. It has fantastic, gross margin, profit margin, almost 56%. Everything looks stellar. So as long as the fundamentals are strong, I think that Nvidia is just been in a sideways consolidation range and is looking for a possible breakout to the upside. And we take a look at the oscillators here. You have a big move up in the rate of change, and you have a big thrust up in the fast line. So that's all very, very bullish. And we can easily see this fast line get above the previous highs from before. So that's good. And the recent history, the fast line's above these highs. So that's very, very bullish. And what's even more bullish is the slow line on the 310 oscillator is starting to turn up and is now trending up. It's going back into the positive after reaching the negative. So it went up, and then at this point the slow line started to turn down here on the weekly chart and kept going down until it reached below the zero level. And that was its objective. And once it hit the zero level, you get a big pop in momentum, and now it's turning up. So I would expect, you see how it went down negative as well here. It went more negative in that case. It was negative here. So all these bases, it peaks and then goes into the negative and then turns up. So I think we're ready to break out to the upside here, and we're getting closer and closer to earnings. So I think it's very possible to see Nvidia continue to run into earnings and break out, even whether it breaks out before earnings or just after earnings. But this level here, 211 to 212, is critical. It needs to break above that level on high volume and keep going higher. And we want to keep seeing momentum highs, keep seeing the slow line turn. Also, when you look at the daily chart, see the same thing. You want to see these momentum indicators thrust back up. You want to see this slow line keep trending up. So, everything looks good so far, but you got to see the follow through to new highs to prove that Nvidia can keep going higher. And if it doesn't, then it's just stuck in its sideways range consolidation basing period, which can continue for a while. But if we get a clean breakout above that 212 level, we get up thrusted momentum here, an up thrusted momentum here, that kind of stuff to prove that it keeps going higher. You get a big thrust up in volume. You get a big volume bar and another volume bar. That's all very bullish. And it's great to see a big volume bar here as we go up like this. So there was some institutional buying today, and they're probably buying today ahead of that, key level right around the 212 level, 211 level. And you see how, the relative strength is very high too, right around 71 on the daily and 65 on the weekly. So there's still more room to go. There's still more room to go in these oscillators, and I'm perpetually bullish on Nvidia at this point.